Okay, let's talk college. Hello, you lovely internet people. Today I'm going to talk about college because why wouldn't I talk about college? It's on every high schooler's mind, or at least the overachievers anyway, or the slightly academic. Anyway, college is a big thing for anyone in high school in the USA. I don't know about other countries because I'm uncultured. So, with college, I've always been very annoyed by the college idea and the path of college and how, oh, you got to get an education and basically the only way to do that is to go to college. And I'm always thinking like, um, um, so you're telling me there aren't enough resources in the world for me to learn without going to college? No, 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 no. Every single time I'm thinking about college, I'm like, what can college teach me that I can't look up on the internet? What is there that I can't buy the textbook myself, read the textbook, and if I'm unsure of something, look it up on the internet, look up a YouTube video, and find out that topic? I've always thought about it, and I'm like, in theory, couldn't I learn all of the topics they teach me in college and then get my own internship for the experience and crap, and then go get a job from there? But unfortunately, there's this idea that they won't take you unless you have a degree and experience. But it's like, what if I go up to them and I'm like, I am self-educated and I have experience? And then they'll be like, self-educated, self-educated. We can't trust you. You need a degree. But we always think college is going to be this end all be all, this one way ticket to a job that'll sustain us economically and all this stuff. But when I think college, or maybe this is the thing for the whole generation or my age group, but when I think college, I immediately think debt. Debt, and how can I get out of debt, and all the stress I'm gonna have with thinking about how this is my one ticket to get to somewhere so that I can be out of debt. I'm always thinking, how can I get out of debt? How can I get out of debt? How can I prevent getting debt in the first place? And if I do get debt, how do I get out quickly? This is what probably a lot of high school students think of when they think of college. They're like, that stuff is expensive, but I need it. But you don't need it. This is the easiest time ever to start a business, to be self-taught, to do all these amazing things. And we never give people that option. We never tell them that there's an option because it's so risky. But isn't college just as much a risk? Because as soon as you go to college, nowadays it's not a guarantee for your job. You need experience, so therefore you have to go into these internships, and these internships are just as competitive as the job interview. So you're just like, hold on a second, how do I manage this? How can I get that lucky so many times? There's just so many barriers to getting that job nowadays that's like, college? Or start my own business and do stuff. Now, I understand that not everyone is looking for starting their own business. Not everyone wants a job where they have to be the leader every single time and they have to make tough decisions. They'd rather have a boss that gives them a set paycheck, ask for a bonus every now and then, and all that stuff. But for me, that's just not a life I'm willing to live. I want to live a life on my terms, and I can't do that if I have this boss man hanging over me telling me, oh, you gotta do this, so you gotta do this, so you gotta do this thing that maybe goes against your morals, but I'm paying you, so. And so yeah, that's a problem I've always had with college. Another thing that I understand is that college is a great time to possibly learn life skills. Now, will you actually learn life skills? Yes, but you'll also make a lot of mistakes in learning those life skills and whatnot. But there's also the idea of, oh, you get to be on your own for the first time, or maybe even not, because nowadays a lot more people stay at home and go to college because of money. For most people think about college and they're like, oh, I can get away from my parents for the first time. I can do all this stuff. I can have the freedom. I can talk with other people. I can build connections. I can have the greatest friends that'll be my lifelong friends. And yeah, the college experience is probably great. I wouldn't know, but from boarding school, I think I have an idea, but the college experience is probably pretty dang great, and I understand that, but when I think about the college experience, I'm like, is that worth it? Is it really that worth it? Can I do it without that? Can I build connections without college? College makes it easier, I'm sure, but the price, the price is what gets me every single time. Is it worth the cost? And that's why I've been looking at so many different ways to be like, okay, how can I do all the things that I want to do and try to make it work out? What can I do? But I'm not at that age yet where I can look at everything that I want to look at, because it'll be like, you have to be 18 in order to do this, so you can't do this yet. So it's been an interesting time where I shift between looking at financial stuff and looking at college stuff. Looking at financial, college. And most people at my age wouldn't think to do stuff like that. Most people at my age, if they even do think about college, or thinking about what college can I get into, how can I get the financial aid, how can I pay it off, all that stuff, but they don't look into anything more than college. They're very myopic. They only think into the short term. They're not thinking about the long term of what happens post college, what happens during college. What are you going to do during college so that after college you can do all these other things? And it's because of that short term mindset that we don't think about these other options outside of college. But they don't tell us about those options, so it's kind of like, oh my god. Anyway, that is my rant on college and how college can, in theory, be great, but in practice tends to fall short on its promises. If it's even making those promises in the first place, but they often seem like they're making those promises. So I hope you all enjoyed my little tiny rant. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, leave a comment letting me know why you like or dislike respectively, and also leave a comment letting me know what you think of college and you see the positive sides and the bad sides, because I see more negatives in college than I see positives in college right now, but I can see both the negatives and the positives. So yeah, that is my life. I hope you all enjoyed. Bye. If my parents are seeing this before I go to college, then as of right now, I am definitely considering going to college. If my parents are seeing this after I've gone to college, or if I decided not to go to college, or if I decided to drop out, then I hope you respect the decision that I have made, because it is my decision, and I shall not be swayed unless I find out it's a dumb decision. Then I'll call you up and tell you I made a poor mistake.